Hey, welcome back to the Artie Lange Show. I'm in the green room. These are my buddies I met a couple weeks ago at the Comedy Cellar. This is Dave Temple, and you're Chris Cotton, and you're Monroe Martin.
Yeah.
All Philly guys.
We're buddies.
We're buddies.
These are my good friends.
What's his name again?
Not again.
I'm screwed up. There's a lot going on in my house.
You're the muscular one. You're the fat one. And you're just the one who's
Now, you guys, this could be a sketch group.
Might as well. We've been told that many
You
times.
need a white lesbian. It'll be
Well,
perfect.
one person can't read, so I'm not saying any names.
That's all right.
I'm a little dyslexic, I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, I think you can see it in his face.
There's a lot of illiterates who are multimillionaires in this business. So now you guys are all from Philly.
Yes.
And you moved up here to become stand-up comedians. That's your goal.
Yeah.
Well, we already
You are stand-up
We were
comedians.
already
stand-ups.
Yeah, but you want to make it.
We thought we were comics in Philly. Yeah, we came to New York, and that told us something
Now,
different.
when'd you do that?
Full time. Like I came once in 2009, failed miserably, and then I just started coming back again about 2 years.
Yeah, so no, I met you guys outside the Comedy Store, and I wanted like have you guys on to show like it really takes a lot of guts to do that. It's a ballsy move in life, and you know it's a hard thing, and I just want to see like how it's going for you. You tried once in 2009.
Yes.
What happened? Why didn't it work out?
I was working a lot of the urban circuit where a lot of guys aren't really honest about what they really have going for them.
Right.
So it was a lot of show, and then, guys just disappear. And
Say how we nunchucking. They were nunchucking.
yeah.
What does that mean?
Nunchucking is he coined the phrase because we have a friend who does it. Where on any social media platform,
Right.
you have to make people think that you're making it.
Oh,
What
okay.
you're doing.
So
Right.
the concept came from you, Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
Remember Enter the
Yeah, sure.
Dragon? You do all this, but you haven't really done anything. You're just showing off. I'm bad. But okay, what you got? You know?
Right.
And then
That's what martial arts are. They just show you. It's almost like they're not beating you up. They're just showing you I might be able to beat you up.
right.
That's perfect. That's a perfect analogy for show business.
Yes,
There's
yes.
so many people like that.
Yes,
So now,
yes.
how did that affect you? Like, would managers BS you like that too? Like, say they got a lot going on, and agents, or mostly managers that you meet at clubs, right?
Well, no, you know what? It was other comedians that were like, "Yo, I'm gonna take you here. I'm gonna show you this. We're gonna
okay.
make a lot of money, and I got 3, 4, 5 shows lined up for you." And then it would be like, "Yo, I got this great penthouse. You can come stay with me." And then it'd be like,
Boy, that's going on.
Yeah.
That's nunchucking.
and then the show would end at 1 o'clock in the morning. Yo, I'm sorry, I got a chick coming over. You can't come and stay. And I'm sleeping in my car, in February. And I was like, I messed up somewhere, So,
That's serious nunchucking.
yeah.
No, yeah. So that discouraged you.
Well, see, I have degrees.
Right. Okay. So you guys have no, that's a good point.
I have degrees.
You know,
Nobody else. Yeah.
See, I never had any of that. It was this or loading trucks, man. I didn't barely. I gotta go to high school, summer school to get out of high school.
Right.
So, but I knew guys who had a lot else going on, who they were like, no, I got money to go to the Hamptons for the weekend, and I didn't.
But see, that's the pressure for me because, my family is kind of like, yo, Dave, what are you doing, man?
Yeah.
Like,
They're
should
worried
be-
it's not gonna work out.
Yeah, I will probably, if I don't make it, I will stand on the train platform at West Fork before I go home with my tail between my legs. I swear.
But so now, do you give yourself a time limit? Do you say I'm gonna try for this long?
No. Yeah, to be honest with you.
There can't be. I mean, if you really have the bug, you're never gonna be able to go back, man.
I did give myself a time limit, and that passed.
Right. Yeah.
I'll be honest with you.
Makes sense. Right, yeah. Now, what about you, Chris? You're married, right? From what I remember.
am very married.
Okay.
And,
that adds another glitch in it.
It's weird because I have a wife that lives in Philadelphia and I stay in New York most of the time.
Right.
I'm pretty sure
that always works.
Oh yeah, this dude there right now. I'm pretty sure.
There's a dude there.
Hey Dave. Hey other Dave.
There's a dude there right now.
I just say hi to him. I don't even. I just act like I don't know. Oh, why's this moved? Who took this out of the window? Who
So
took
you're
the air
almost
conditioners
accepting
out?
that.
Something. Just don't let me find out. I don't even care anymore. What you mean you don't want me? I guess somebody else took care of you.
So you've gotten to a different level of
It's bad.
So you're saying show business has become more important than your marriage?
It's not more important. It is parallel, and I can't do anything about it.
Oh, you answered that question good.
I had this question. You know what's bad? I had to stop. My wife one day was like, she was arguing with me, and it's comedy. I said, whoa, don't you talk bad about comedy. Comedy put us in this apartment and brought us a car. So you leave it alone.
You've been making a living at it for a while.
I was in Philadelphia. You know what? At one point, Philadelphia was good. It was money there. People were happy. Black folks were dancing. Chicken was everywhere. And then at some point, the bottom dropped out. The Laugh House closed. People cried. You know, we didn't know what to do.
I was too drunk to cry.
Yeah, I was drunk too. I just come up with my tears with vodka. And it was, and then, you know, it was bad. It was just... it's like now I'm married and I go back and forth and I do what I got to do.
Right. And how often you go back?
As little as possible. And that's the saddest part about it. It's like I want to see my wife, but I'm like, if I see you, then I'm not here. And it's
But why New York? What's the holy grail here? Do you want to get a TV job? Like, why? I mean, you're just going to be seen by more people in these clubs. I mean, it's New York.
Let's be honest. Okay, I don't know how you feel, but I am doing something. I'm sitting here in Philadelphia.
Right.
I would be sitting on the same couch, but I would probably be smoking or something, or someone else's couch, some dude named Douglas. I don't know who he is, but it wouldn't be anything productive. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I've sat on leather couches before, and not that it makes, but I'm pretty sure I'm doing something right, and I can at least nunchuck this for at least a good 3 weeks.
That sounds like you are.
2 weeks of nunchucking.
I'll use some good nunchucking out of this. That's all.
Well, I mean, you know, if you're nunchuck enough, maybe eventually you get to beat somebody up, you know?
I mean, when you start nunchucking, eventually you get punched in the nose and say, yo, y'all mean business. That's what
That's
happens.
going to happen. now, Monroe, what about you? Now, did all you guys come back up here at the same time?
Yeah, I came. We have a friend named
early.
Derek. He actually came up here first. Then it was me.
Derek Gaines.
Right, okay, yeah.
I'm not married. I don't have a girlfriend or anything. I work hard at comedy.
I remember from the night we were talking.
Oh yeah, I was on the.
You're on the prowl.
I was like, huh? I was like, nice to meet you, Artie. What you drinking?
No, but that's the way to, you know, it's good to not have an attachment when you're young and trying stand up. It helps. But now, what did you have success in Philly that you walked away from to be in New York?
I had people believing I was funny. They thought I was funny enough to the point where I'm like, all right, I should leave. Like, I had nothing hold me back in Philly. I had no girlfriend. I didn't have like a tight relationship with my family.
Right.
So I had absolutely no tethers to stay there. So I was like, I might as well just leave and really work hard at this.
Right.
So I work hard up here because I'm afraid of what's back there. Like my family was very much like, hey, you failed like we said you would, and enjoy this.
You gotta have fear of what's on the other side. Yeah. What made you think you're funny? Did people tell you you're funny? Like, why comedy? You're just a fan of it, and you realize.
A fan, and then a lot of people, told me I was funny.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, you should do that on stage. I'm like, it's just funny between me and you.
It's hard to do. You gotta get that first time out of the way, you know. And how long can you do on stage? You can do an hour. You got an hour. So you guys are, you know, I mean, if you all have an hour of stuff, you think?
Yeah. I've been at it for 7 years now.
And now, all you guys, when I met you, were at the Comedy Cellar, which is like the place to get spots, you know. Now, is that obviously it's a goal to get in there? Do you guys do spots at the Cellar or no?
No, we don't. But I hope it doesn't sound disrespectful.
No, of course
or anything, but my goals exceed that. Like it's just a place that I want to make that a place I practice.
Right.
Not a place that I dream about, like working.
Right.
You know.
No, you should want to exceed that, absolutely. It's become sort of a legendary place because it's not, now Louis put it in the beginning of his show, and you know, it's the one place where Rock will go and you'll see him when he's tired of his wife. You always know when his wife's aggravating him, he's there every other night. But you see guys like that, and you know, I see you with Keith Robinson hanging out with him, so you sort of network a little bit. Is that what you do there?
Yeah, we kind of hate to use that term because we like to make friends.
Right,
I don't like. You know, even I was texting you to come hang out with us.
Sure, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Do something like if it's something that can be done, cool. But I mean, most of the guys that are there were people that we admired, and you know, you see them, and we kind of look at it like, oh, I'd like to hang out with that guy, have a drink or
You're
something
my coworker.
like that. So,
Right. Well, it's a good. Well, listen. I mean, believe me, I think I being in this business long enough, I know the phonies and stuff, and that's why I wanted to have you guys on, because I want to try to help you out, because I think you are nice guys. You're really, I could tell after just hanging out one night, and it's difficult, man. It's hard. You need a break. Everybody needs a break. You know?
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. My wife had to sit me. Like, you know, it was a sad moment when my wife's like 5 feet tall, and she's sitting me. I'm on the phone, and she just she's like, you need to learn how to be a businessman. You're doing everything. I said, I'm nice to people. They just sometimes I do cuss people out, and this is what it is.
See, but a lot of comedians are bad business guys. You got to hire somebody.
Oh gosh.
Do you guys have representation?
I do.
You do, yeah. That you happy with?
Yeah.
You gotta say that right now.
Yes, Mr. Kimmel wins. I'm very happy.
Mr. Kimmel.
Mr. Kimmel wins. Oh, I got me a Jewish. That's the way to go.
That's the move. That's the move.
You know, it was one of those things where I remember at first for years, I'm saying to him, I used to tell him, yeah, man, when we was in Philly, me and him used to go out to the club and stuff together. Like, Dave came, like, we knew Dave. Dave was, like, older than us. And
right.
So me and him hung.
They were going somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
Get me out of this.
I gotta get out.
I
remember when Monroe decided he wanted to move. It was one night, and I don't know if you remember this. We did a show with Talent Harris. Talent, I know you know Talent. Do you know Talent?
Yeah, sure.
Talent?
Yeah.
Good friend of ours. He put us on the show. We had to go like deep in Mount Vernon, New York. So we couldn't get back to Philly. We had to sleep in the Greyhound station. Oh, yeah. And that night we were laughing to keep from crying.
You need a few of those, man. Absolutely.
And he came home and he felt like broke up with his girl. Everything was going to crap, and he was like, "Yo, I think I'm moved to New York." I said, "Cool." He's like, "Yeah, I'm sure like $80." I said, "Look, I take the money. I said, get out of here. Get out." And I told him, I said, "If you come back," and then one day he was like, "I think I might come back." I said, "Don't. If you come back, I'm gonna." I said, "If I could leave, I would leave." And I was like, "Don't ever come back here. There's nothing here." And I was making great money. I was making good money, and I was like, "Leave."
It's not like you're in bum-ass North Dakota. It's Philadelphia. You know, it's a big town, but it still is like to really make it. Yeah. It does. New York. What about you guys? Ever been out to LA? You ever see that yet?
Yeah.
'Cause that's a whole nother.
I've never been.
I was just in LA 2 weeks ago for a week, and I went by the Comedy Store, and even from the time I would perform there, it's changed so much. And there are I was there on a Thursday night at 9 o'clock. There are 2,000 comedians in there. It really is like it's insane how many comics are there, and it just grows and grows. But, I mean, you guys made the right move coming here, but you just got to keep on keeping on.
Have you guys thought about, and it's cool that you guys hang out and you're friends, but have you thought about or discussed what's going to happen when one of you gets a break? The other guys sit there and
the one who's not here had the break. He went to Montreal. All that. But guess what? He still eat chicken wings.
He's just as broke as we are, and we love him. That's cool, man.
But no, we share.
Now, who was that? Now, who was it?
Derek Gaines.
Oh, okay, Derek. Okay.
Yeah.
He got in the festival up in Montreal.
The festival last year. He's been auditioned for a bunch of stuff. He's been on like TV shows that are like, you know.
Yeah.
Trying to come on air, like in pilots and stuff. And that's kind of making it, that's the first step.
There's so many levels of it, man. Yeah. Like look at a guy like Kevin Hart, you know, he was funny for so long, and he made like a lot of really smart business moves. Like, you gotta have that combination of, like, he probably could have done some lame sitcom on ABC, but he stayed at BET. He stayed at BET, he stayed faithful to that, and just got on stage and was funny. And before you know it, he's selling out the Garden. I mean, you know, if you're good, eventually you'll get work, you know.
I think that's the part that scares you the most when you're showing up and you're being good, and like, especially in Philadelphia, you know no one cares. You know what I mean? And I remember I see him all the time. Yo, I need an Asian. I need an Asian. That's what I used to say. He was like, "What you mean? You want an agent?" No, I need an Asian. I don't know why. I felt like Asians had a connection. You could have been a hooker. And once things started working together, I don't feel like if any of these two dudes make it, I would ever be like, "Yeah, Monroe left me." No, because the thing is,
you got to do what you got to do.
Oh yeah, I already told him we have guarantees to each other. If he makes it, we carry his bags. If we all know, look, just
you had that discussion already.
We'll have wheels.
You should probably get some new bags. Shut up or go home.
Well, you never know. All three of you might make it. That's what I'm rooting for.
I think we'll pull each other through. You know what I mean?
We got to take a break. I'm going to come back and we'll hang out with these guys a little more on the Artie Lange Show. Come back, man.
The Artie Lange Show, weeknights on Audience, only on DirecTV.